I just want to go home.
Okay, we're gonna get out of here.
Resident Evil.
That's it.
Like an old broken down alcoholic has fallen on hard times in recent years. 4 was a triumph. I've played that many times. But 5 was a step in the wrong direction, and 6 was an even bigger step in the wrong direction. Revelations was a revelation.
On the 3DS, the first one,
and now Revelations 2 is here. This is an episodic experience, which means they chop up the whole game into little bits. They sell you the little bits. If you like it, you keep buying new bits. If you don't, you step aside and let the game soldier on without you.
Yeah.
Victor Lucas, what do you think of this?
At first, I was kind of let down because I think you hear that franchise and you go, I want Resident Evil 4 epicness. I want it to be a beautiful, mind-changing, amazing experience again. And you don't really get that.
You're playing as Claire Redfield, who obviously we all know from the Resident Evil franchise. She's got a little sidekick named Moira.
Yeah, and what's interesting about this Resident Evil franchise with the games and the movies, it is so damn confusing. I don't know what the hell is going on.
Doesn't really matter.
I
There's
don't know
zombies.
what's happening.
And you know, if you see a sore on a zombie, aim for that sore.
Just a pussy target.
The pussier the target, shoot that, and you're going to be okay.
Some of the pus targets, though, they just blow up in your face, and then you got pus all over the screen. You don't know what the hell to do. Basically, what they've done is they've set up each episode in different environments, and you do a lot of backtracking and trying to find these sort of lame-ish puzzles.
It's all the same. You find the key, you solve the stupid puzzle.
But I like the idea of switching back and forth between the two characters. There's co-op play depending on what systems you play on. I played it on the PC, and apparently you can't really play co-op.
Right, you gotta play the Xbox or the PlayStation 4 version.
It looked okay on the PC, and I had a pretty good time by myself playing it and jumping between the two characters. Moira has a flashlight, and she can stun the zombies for a little bit.
That light is very strong, and the zombies don't like that light in their eyes.
And then you jump back to Claire, and you can blast them in the head with a shotgun.
I like switching back and forth between the characters. I worried a little bit more when Moira was walking around with only her flashlight. She can solve some puzzles that Claire can't solve. You need to use both of them over the course of the game. Even as a solo play, I like using the two characters to solve the problems in the game.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And there's also all this extra content with the raid mode, which is kind of
super addictive.
Yeah, it is addictive, and you're just unlocking new weapons and new skins and new things. And they basically just lean in the action direction for a little bit and let you just go hardcore on all of these zombies for a while. I was playing as Wesker, just running around, just blasting everybody.
That must have been fun for you.
It was pretty fun. And then they also have these other two sort of mini campaigns where you play as a light and dark version of the same little girl. And then there's also a backstory on Moira as well, where she's got to go hunting and shooting at rabbits and big spiders.
But you're
and
right,
stuff.
though. The narrative, once again, as always, doesn't add up to very much at all. But I do feel like this was kind of a step towards a more irreverent kind of experience. I don't feel like it really means a lot. I feel like the team didn't have as much pressure on them to deliver something awesome. This is a little bit of Resident Evil. It does mostly what Resident Evil games do. There's nothing here that you haven't seen before.
Well, that's my problem, though. Although this is a fun diversion, it's not a full meal, you know? But I still had, in spite of all that, a pretty good time playing.
But I feel like this is the first time I've really gotten into an episodic gaming experience, and I feel like I kind of want to see more after this. This really worked. I kept wanting to go on. Every episode ends with a little bit of a cliffhanger. You're always curious about what's going to happen next, so you keep buying the next chapter. You keep being curious, and I kind of kept having a good time.
Where are you going?
If you can move, leave. Trouble never comes alone.
I do think that the game strikes a nice balance between action and survival horror and puzzle solving. I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Gets an 8 for me, Vic. I'm higher than you this time.
Wow.
It feels so good.
But you're not better.